Sanskrit is a syllabic language. It uses syllables, and the substantive vowel etc., that we had learned is only used at the beginning of a word. When we use vowels within words, we use their symbol. We don't use the vowel itself. We met our best friend, the halant, in Sanskrit, which is a little stroke at the end of a consonant, showing that there is no vowel there. If the consonant doesn't have a halant, it means that there is a vowel present. And another thing is, consonants cannot be pronounced if there is no vowel. So we learned how to write the first vowel, the first consonant, ka halant, meaning ka without a vowel, and we call it ka halant. Then we learned all the vowel symbols for each of the vowels. A, I, U, U, R, R, A, O, O, aha. Then we saw what it looks like when you put the vowel symbol with ka. So I hope you all had a chance to do your homework. And the answers actually, the answers to these equations were already there because you just have to write what letters you know. Kahaland plus A, I, O, O, aha. It was not rocket science. It was really not rocket science, right? But it's not about not knowing the answers. It's about practice. One thing to point out is these cherries that are here, whatever you want to call them, they don't slant backwards, they slant forwards, right? They lean forwards when you're writing. So just watch out for that. They shouldn't go up and backwards, right? So something to take note of. Then your homework was to practice this ka, ka, ki, all the way to kaha and write it over and over again. With what you do when you do this is you practice the consonant and you practice all the vowel symbols at the same time. Right? So let us sing the vowel song, but this time with k. So we know a, e. Now we're going to sing k, ka, ki. Okay? Everybody ready? K, ka, ki, ku, kru, kru. Ke, kai, ko, kau, kam, kaha. K, ka, ki, ku, kru, kru. K, ko, ko, kam, kaha. Like that. Every time you learn a consonant, you practice it with the song, if the song is helping you, so that it helps you to stick in your mind. The other thing is, I hope when you're writing out your homework, you're saying it each time. You're not just writing it mechanically. The whole purpose is to learn it. I hope you also had fun identifying the vowel symbols that you know now in these most famous shlokas. This was Vakratunda Mahakaya. So we had done the first line already in class. Now the second line. See if you got the same answers as me. Did I miss any that you got? Missed two. Okay, let me point out something to everybody. This thing on the top here in pink is not a vowel symbol, right? If you colored that, I don't know what vowel symbol class you were in, because that is not a vowel symbol that we learned. That is not a vowel symbol. That is a letter that we will learn later. So all these things that came above here, they're not vowel symbols, right? The other thing is, there are some vowel symbols that you may not have recognized, and I didn't highlight those. I'm going to highlight them in yellow. And that would be this. The little hook coming out of the letter over there is actually a vowel symbol. When we get to the letter, we will learn what it is. So don't worry about it. But the other thing is, actually speaking, each of these letters has under it a vowel symbol. And that vowel symbol is the absence of a halant. So I hope someone thought, oh, am I supposed to color this because there's no halant? When there is no halant, it shows that there is a vowel. And explicitly, doesn't have a vowel symbol of its own. But when there's no halant, it means there is a. So please do remember that. Okay. All right. Let us see now the next one. Check. I'm only coloring the ones that you should have gotten. And even though technically the anuswara, the dot, and the visarga are not vowel symbols independent, we're still highlighting them because, well, they're part of it, the song, right? Okay. Don't worry about the ones you don't recognize. I didn't even highlight those ones. Okay. So I hope you had fun doing this. You'll realize that you need to learn very little to know a lot when it comes to the Sanskrit script. You don't need to learn everything to start to read and write. For example, take out your pen. I mean, not take out your pen, hold your pen in your, get ready. I am going to say something and you're going to write it. Kick, kick. Sound it out. Kick. Kick is a syllable made of ki and kahalan. Kick. English kick. You know how you kick a ball? Kick. Okay. See? One day of learning vowel symbols and you can already write words. Right? Write cake. Cake. Cake is made of K plus kahalan. Cake. Who got it? Give me a thumbs up if you got it. You see? How easy. Okay, now I'll teach you a Sanskrit word. One of the first words we learn in Sanskrit is kaka. I don't know why. Kaka means crow, but try and write it. Right? Kaka. Actually, I'm going to add a chat. Kaka. Kaka. So just sound out each part. Ka. Kah. Thumbs up if you got it. Oh my God, it's so nice to see all the thumbs. I'm like, so I'm seeing some like, ah. If you're like, ah, that means you need more practice, that's all. Because you already know all the sounds, it's just about putting them together. Okay, now strap in because we're going to pick up some speed. We have taken up a challenge of finishing the script in 3 weeks, so we have to go with speed. Okay, we're going to learn some consonants. I have some really cool things to tell you about consonants, but I'm going to hold on and we're going to front load the learning of the consonants first because you have the weekend to practice. And then when we learn a few more consonants, then I'll tell you these really cool things about them. Okay, so the first consonant we learned was K. Everybody should be able to write K. Okay? And I hope it goes without saying, the halant is implied when we talk about it as a pure consonant. The next one is, let me teach you how to say it first. Everybody say K. Keep saying K. 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 As you're saying K, put your hand in front of your mouth. You don't need to turn like me. I'm just turning so you can see. K in front of your mouth. Now say K in such a way that if your hand was a paper, it would blow away. K. Keep saying it as if it was a paper, it would blow away. You have to say K. Try. K. K. That same K has to be said with air coming out of your lungs. Give your lungs some exercise and say K. It becomes K. That is what the next letter is. K. So everyone now see how to write it. You remember how we used to draw birds when we were kids? You know, like, I don't know if you did, backward V's growing up. That's the only way I still know how to draw a bird. But it's kind of like that. And then a line and a loop. This is K, Helen. I'll do that again. A little bird-looking thing with a loop and a line. And as you're writing it, say K, 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 K. You will see some typescripts write it like this, where the bottom is kind of connected to the other half. You don't have to write it like that. You can write it however, but make sure you don't write it like this with them far apart. Because when we get, after a few days, you'll see there is one letter that looks like this, and there is one letter that looks like this. So if you write them far apart, you will mix them up with two letters, right? So you put them close together. I like to write this part with a little tail going up, so I know that it is this letter. K. K. And a word in English that has this K sound will be like the backhand. When you say backhand, you know the backhand stroke in tennis? Backhand. Say the K in backhand. Backhand. K. I'll take all questions at the end. Okay? K. That K is what this is. Okay. Next one. Oh, let me tell you one fun fact. This K, a Sanskrit word made of K, is Kaga. Kaga. Kaga means bird. I'll show you how to write it in 2 minutes. Kaga means bird. And Ka means space, and Ga indicates to go. So that which goes in space is a Kaga. Isn't that so cool? You see why Sanskrit is amazing? Kaga. Okay, so that was Ka. Now let's go to the next one. The next letter is Ga. If you know Kaga, then you will remember the next letter is Ga. Okay? This is how you write Ga. Watch. You draw a little golf club kind looking thing that goes about 3/4 way of the line. And then you draw a full line. And this is our G. I don't know about you, but to me, it kind of looks like a golf club with the golf flag. He's a G for golf. You remember like that. G. You write it a few times and say it. G. G. Go like our English go. Go like girl. Go like golf. Nothing. Go like Guyana. Right? Go. Go. Okay. Next letter. Now, Sanskrit's very systematic. I didn't get to present the whole wonder of the consonants yet. You will see that later. But it follows the same pattern as K. After K came K. After G will come, take a guess. G. If you guessed G, you are correct. G, K, G, G. So now let's see how to write G. No, first say it. Put your hand in front. Say G, normal G. And now try and make your paper blow away. G, 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 G. Now see how to write it. Watch first and then you can copy it. It's a slanted 3 or E, sorry, that goes up. And let me try that again. A slanted E that goes up and comes down. It kind of looks like an upside down heart. It also kind of looks like a blob of key. It could look like whatever you want for you to remember it is a K. 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 And please see how both lines touch the top. Okay, make sure that they both touch the top line. Now, you know, in English, when we have words with G, like ghost, we don't say ghost, we say ghost. Because in English, letters are redundant. They could be there and you don't need to say them. But in Sanskrit, if there is a G, you must say G. That is why you will hear people who speak Hindi say things like ghost. They don't say ghost, they say ghost. Have you realized? Maybe you'll observe now. They never omit the H when they're pronouncing the word. Like I'm from Ghana. Ghana is spelled Ghana. But we don't say Ghana, we say Ghana. Right? So it's redundant in English. It is not redundant in Sanskrit. You must say Gha. All right. Next comes. Now watch. No, listen for this. Can everybody say this word? You know what this is? Hanger. Hanger. Everyone say hanger. And hold on to that middle sound. Hanger. That in hanger is our next sound. This is what it looks like. A little line with an S, with an S and a dot. Oh, wait, where is it? A little line, S and a dot.
Inside.
Bottom. No.
Nose.
Okay. No. No. So the way you remember how to say this is you try and say N with the sound G next to it. So another word will be one that we're very good at. Anger. You just take out the H from the anger, but or skunk. Skunk. Right? Basically, any word that has a g or a k sound in it will naturally produce this ng sound. Ng, right? Anger, anger. Or like when you have a cold and you talk from your nose, you know how you sound? Like that. Right? All right. So this is k, k, g, k, ng. K, k, g, k, ng. These make up the first line in our Sanskrit consonant. So I'm going to write it together, and you're also going to write it in your book. K, k, g, g, ng. K, k, g, k, ng. All right. Strap in. I know we have 5 minutes, but we are not done. We still have 5 more letters to learn. So, are you ready? Take a deep breath and let us go. Next line in Sanskrit consonants. This is what it looks like. Actually, this is how you say it. Cha, cha. Say cha. Like chips. You know the cha in chips that we love or chocolate? Cha. So this is how you write it. A line in the middle with the little curve that goes up. And you can imagine that this is your hand holding a chip. To remember it is cha. Cha for chips. Cha for chips, cha for chocolate, cha for children, cha. Cha. Okay. So straight line across, an upside down C, and a line down. Cha. Okay. Now following the same pattern, if after k comes k and after g comes g, what do you think is going to come after cha? Cha. Awesome. So now see how to write it. You write it like this. It's a fancy kind of E with a loop. Oh no, try that again. Fancy kind of E with a loop, and the loop has a line that goes like that. Let me write it again. Fancy kind of E with the loop, and the loop has a line that goes to the top. Cha. Cha like the achoo. You know when you sneeze and you're not trying to hold your sneeze in? You sneeze uninhibitedly. Achoo. That cha. You can imagine there's like a little bacteria flying through the air like this cha. 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 Achoo. Cha. Now notice that the line doesn't go all across. in many type fonts, you will see that there's a space for this ch, because he's a little claustrophobic sometimes. He doesn't like to have a line on top of his head. Okay? Ch. Ch, ch. Next comes, I'm going fast because you're going to practice. Next comes j. J like genie. Okay? And the way you write it is you draw, you know how the genie comes out of a lamp? You draw a kind of lamp. The lamp has that little base thing and a handle. And then the line. This is j. J for genie. J for jam. J for joke. If it's easier, you can draw the line and then draw it backwards. But try and learn it forwards, because we write left to right. J. J. Okay. After ch comes ch. So after j will come ch. 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 Okay, so this is how you write ch. You know both components of this ch already. It should be very easy to write. It looks like a I with a line across and a line down. Ch. It's not a very common letter. It doesn't come very frequently. If you're looking for an English word, it would be hedgehog. Hedgehog. The ch in hedgehog. Ch. Now this isn't a children's class, so we're not drawing the hedgehog and the genie. But you can draw it in your book if you want. Hedgehog. Okay. Ch. It's an I with a line and a straight line. Ch. Okay. Oh my God, it's 6:31. Give me one more minute, please, of your time so I can finish this line. This is the next letter. The next letter, say inch. Say inch. 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 That sound that you're making when you're saying inch, that is this next sound. It's a backward C with a tiny little line and a straight line down. Like orange also. That sound, we say it all the time. We just don't know. Like orange, like inch, or like Anjali. It's a backward C with a line. Now, please give me your attention for one more minute. Homework. Homework. Just like you wrote k with kahalan, kaka, kiki, kuku, and you fill the whole page, you're going to do the same with the remaining 9 consonants that we learned today. For homework, you're going to sit and you write each one, a whole page, all the consonant over and over and over with the vowel symbols one at a time. And you practice that. And if you practice it really well, on Sunday, you will get a really nice surprise. Okay, you finish your homework by Saturday. You do it really well. On Sunday, you will get a really nice surprise. You don't need to send me your homework. It works like magic, right? If you do your homework really well, on Sunday, you will get an awesome surprise. Okay? So please you signed up to learn Sanskrit in 3 weeks. No, surprise does not mean quiz, I promise. An actual surprise. Okay, I'm not going to come to your house and give you a quiz on a Sunday. Okay, it's 6:33. Sorry for taking 3 extra minutes, but I really wanted to finish this. No, you get the weekend off, but you'll get a surprise in your home. I'm not going to come there, but you will get a surprise on Sunday, okay? It's magic. Just wait and see how it works, okay? Do your homework and see what happens on Sunday. Closing prayer. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Shri Sadgurnath Maharaj Ki Jai